Good afternoon, this is Bet Racing Nation on Sports Tonight Live. Thanks very much for joining us. Sky Bet Chase at Doncaster at the end of the month.
Same day at Cheltenham, there's Trials Day.
Ballyhaig, South Cape, Shadowport. Anything to let on there for our viewers at home?
I'd be very disappointed if Shadowport didn't run well.
120, the 155, market moves in those two?
Yeah, the 120, of course, that's the novice chase.
You're pitching him in quite a high, 3-year-old, but obviously you must think a lot of the horse.
He's done nothing wrong so far. He was very good round Kempton, winning on Boxing Day.
A question for you about opening batsman. Have you got plans for him for this season?
He's lost his way slightly and we're doing all we can to get him back.
I've never met anyone quite like it, really. It was incredible, absolutely incredible.
Any horse then that really catches your eye?
I really like Camelot.
What sort of things are you looking for in your horses at the moment?
I think just looking at as a group, some of them will need more work than others.
How Quevega is?
Quevega is fine, she's a lovely piece of work.
How can you compare Irish and UK form? How can you pitch the new one against the likes of Hurricane Fly?
A couple of times that Hurricane Fly has raced in England and see if you can compare your English form to what he beat then.
You're going to be looking after Cheltenham to be bringing horses over to England aside from the big festival?
There are lots of races that we're looking at all the time. So it will be an ongoing thing, I think, if we can keep the quality and quantity of horses that we have at the moment.
Does your bookmaker take your bet?
Not a penny.
This is not a question of principle.
The Yonkers bookmakers, they have all gone on board.
Owners cannot, rightly so, lay your horses to lose. You always are, you soft.
And 4G, 5G, 10G won't make any difference. It's about the bandwidth.
There's a monopoly virtually for horse racing. Instant satisfaction era that we've got.
School teachers, the kids today, gambling is bad.
The likelihood of super casinos.
You cannot necessarily write what he believes.
It's interference with freedom.
Do you believe that Bruce Millington parks his car with his kids in the back, pops into the betting shop, puts £20 in and gets £19 and 60p back?
Kate Austin, who was at Toaster.
If you like, an old-fashioned jumping track. You look at him as he passes the finishing line. That yell that he gave, the sheer relief and joy and the monkey off his back.
What kind of exercises did they have to get back in shape?
Yeah, not just physically, I think mentally.
In the calendar then, there's the couple of shots that you did.
There's a couple of eventing shots running around Newmarket Racecourse naked.
Were they often giving you advice?
Timmy Murphy, AP McCoy, Dickie Johnson. Everyone is your family.
Have you ever thought of the training side?
It's hard to get into training, it's not easy. People do say, jockeys, all they have to know, that if they did, they'd all be millionaires.
All the breeding suggests the further this horse goes, the better he's going to be.
Champagne Fever has proven now that he is a Cheltenham horse.
Trifolium's been massively impressive. If they run him over the next month, there'd be no doubt he'd be knocking on the door of 140 plus.
Valdez, I think, is 130.
Should it be in the racing post, BO next to the name, breathing operation?
AP McCoy sends Active Calanisi straight off in front here.
Any views?
It's the first race, so you're going to have fresh ground.
And Sir Rock is going to score for Aidan Coleman and Venetia Williams. His momentum jumps road in the centre, and Melodic Rendezvous punched out his back to his best on ground he loves.
Jump double, sticking to Glenn's Melody. I've got Robert Mainley, who's gone for Andy Kelly and Glenn's Melody.
Ride and Pine still with a neck lead as they race up to the line. It's neck and neck as they race to the line. They eyeball each other. Upswing to the line is being driven out by McCoy. Then on the near side is travelling well in the noseband. They're going to hit it together here as we come to 2 out. Mistake there and almost down, but just hanging on is Glenn's Melody. Glenn's Melody is your winner.
Rule the world in the 1 o'clock at Napier. I think that's got an excellent chance.
12.20 there at Lingfield. Also, I do agree with Pete there. Timeless War, looking on the pedigree side.
The second race I've gone with Madame Lilybets. In the 140 I've gone with a horse called War On.
At Lingfield in the 2 o'clock Busa, which is probably my nap of the day. In the 2:35 Castillo del Diablo.
Renard, again, you can't look away from Venetia Williams' horse at the minute. They're in great form.
In the 305 at Lingfield, Ultra Gold. He ran here at Cheltenham a couple of runs ago. He looked very weak that day, actually.
Hopefully today off this mark should make it a win for Mary King. Wolf in the Haydocks last race.
We're going to kick off with the 225 at Ascot Imperial Leader. I think he's the value in this race.
And the 2 at Haydock, Meadowcroft Boy, who's still unbeaten.
I'll never forget the horse when he won the 2010 Breeders' Cup, and it was absolutely sort of tear-jerking.
Absolutely, and when you have horses of that calibre. Horses that you can get for 1,000, 2,000?
Little amounts of money on the scale. There's just no guarantee, however much money you spend, how good the pedigree is, that the horse is leaving up on the racetrack.